however you want to do it. Part 4 is about Josuke, who is Joseph Joestar's son. That he slept with Josuke's mom when Joseph was 60.
Yayo, ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Higashikata. I think I said his last name wrong. It's so good.
We're recording now. Hey, everybody.
He's got a pompadour, and if anybody talks shit about his pompadour, he beats the shit out of them.
Hell yeah.
He's also 16 years old and like 7 feet tall.
Why does he have a pompadour?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fun Piece podcast. It's a One Piece podcast. It's a virginal,
Not a JoJo podcast.
Not a JoJo podcast. It's a virginal tour of the One Piece universe starring me, Matt.
And me, Mike.
And sometimes the historian.
And sometimes someone named Emily.
Yes. Who's only in the filler episodes.
Only purely a filler character.
And also sometimes...
He's not canon.
Also, sometimes Sebastian shows up. That's about it.
Who?
I don't know. Some guy showed up last time.
That's
Hey,
weird.
everybody.
I don't remember. Were those the episodes I blacked out for?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Fun Piece podcast. Welcome back. Mike and I are officially in the room together once again.
I don't have COVID, but I am
Yeah.
phlegmy.
That's fine. I've also been a little phlegmy, but I also don't have COVID.
I mean, I should be pretty safe from it. I think.
Well, it's too late now. We've been in the room for a while, so.
You know who's not safe from anything? Dinosaurs.
Luffy.
Also, yeah.
Yeah, both, for sure. Yeah.
Dead dinosaurs.
How you been?
In general?
Yeah.
That's a big question.
Yeah, it is a loaded question. Sorry.
I'm good. I don't have COVID anymore, so
Yeah,
I'm
right.
happy about that.
Heck yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for continuing to listen to us as we continue on in this tour of all the blues and the Grand Line.
Yeah, we're just going down that the real
Excuse me.
the real grundle of the One Piece world.
The Grundle.
The Grundle line. Just sliding down the straight and narrow, the cleftal horizon,
The fleshy fun bridge.
pressed tight between the ridges of the world.
Hi, historian.
I heard people like that we don't fully respect the show. It makes it more fun for them.
What do you mean we don't respect it?
We don't respect it. What are you talking about?
I was just doing a little bit of research because I was curious. I'm trying to find like the longest existing record, but I just want to. Do either of you want to take a guess? Every now and then I get to peruse on Big Bad Toy Store for figures.
Fuck. Don't tell me about this.
Yeah. But I was just looking out of curiosity. I just want to see what you guys would guess currently the most expensive One Piece figure is ranked at on their store as
Like the price?
yes, purchasable in
What character?
Is it just one character?
it is hold on, there might
Sanji
be
This is
fucking
very
Zoro?
important. Folks, this is a sneak peek into my life. I have a problem with the Big Bad Toy Store.
I think we both do.
Me
You're
specifically.
going to
Yeah.
talk about your collection of Gokus?
I am going to talk about the collection of Gokus. This is not a Dragon Ball podcast or Dragon Ball Z or a Dragon Ball Super podcast.
It could be.
It could be, I guess. I have an extensive collection of Gokus. There's an artist who I cannot. His name has escaped me, and I feel like a terrible.
You
human
used to
being.
have it memorized.
He creates it's the Goku. It's like the Fess series.
Is he the one who did
through,
the- you got me,
Bam
like-
Presto.
You got me like a little Vegeta with an octopus on his face.
Yes, he also
is
did
that-
those. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm a horrible fan.
Who the fuck? I'm sorry, I looked at the bigbadtoystore.com and
Did you?
I scrolled down underneath the Destiny 2 toys to
Oh.
see a One Piece character.
What did you see? Can you show it to me? I need you
She's-
guys to stop looking up things because you just keep finding spoilers.
We do.
She looks
Describe her.
happy.
Okay.
She's got a pink dress with polka dots. And I think
Is it Miss Wednesday?
she's got like a heat miser
Oh, nope. I know exactly who this is.
And then
this is
there's a little cloud with a...
Is it One Piece film Red? Because I think I saw.
no, it is not
Okay.
One Piece Film Red. If I am correct, Mike, you are looking way later in the series.
Mike, stop
This-
looking. Stop looking, Mike.
I'm
Mike, stop
so
searching.
confused. Oh,
stop,
look, they
stop
got
scrolling.
They got Denji from Chainsaw Man.
Oh hell yeah! The artist for my Goku figures is Hiroyuki Nakazawa. He has created a lot of different figures over the years. There's this specific Son Goku series, the Fess series, where I literally made it my goal to collect all of them. And there's a lot of Gokus in our home, and the historian can attest.
Guy, I will try to open the door to the room that they're all in, and just like dozens of them will fall off the shelf
You'll
at a
just
time.
hear screaming as they all charge up at once.
Yeah. He also has done a lot of stuff for the Band Presto World Coliseum competition.
Like
every
I
year,
need, it's
which I've got his Bardock figure, which is very good.
you have so many, and there's still like a box in the basement of like a dozen of them that have it.
Do you have, like
Anyway,
the variations of all the Gokus? Like how there's the joke with Dragon Ball Fighters, how like you have to do all the math because there's half Gokus in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
legally Gohan's a half Goku, and
Yeah.
then Zamasu fused is a half
Yeah.
Goku. Goku Black is, I think,
There's
technically
Gogeta.
a full.
there's
Gogeta.
technically a There's Gogeta. There's
They put Super Saiyan.
there's Kaioken 3
4.
Goku. There's regular Super Saiyan Goku. There's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Literally and then there's Chase variant paints of the different. So there's different colored clothes for the different. There's young Goku with tail, but there's 4 different versions because they all have different colored clothes.
Think of the
I'm a
GT
psycho.
colors and the
I'm a
back
psycho.
when he had the
So
blue.
If someone says Big Bad Toy Store, I start getting the jitters and I need to stop. So
Oh.
anyway,
I
here we
just
go.
wanted you guys to take a guess as to how much the most expensive One Piece figure is currently. I know there have been other figures that have gone for more, but this is
I'm gonna say $12,000.
$12,000?
$12,000, and I'm gonna say it is I'm gonna say it's a Nami figure.
I'm gonna say 2,000, and I'm gonna say it's Sanji fucking Zoro.
God, I wish. So Mike,
all-
you
Zoro
were
takes it.
you were correct. It is $2,899.99. And I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if you have seen this character yet.
Is it Trafalgar?
It's not Trafalgar Law. No. I don't think you guys have. Or no, you might have been in passing introduced to Blackbeard already.
Blackbeard? We haven't seen
You
Blackbeard
haven't
yet.
seen Blackbeard yet.
I watched Our Flag Means Death. I know Blackbeard.
Yeah, I've seen our flight.
It's-
We
Yeah,
know
it's
who
Taika Waititi.
It's Taika
Yeah.
Waititi, and he's sexy as hell.
Yeah.
Look at Waititi's in One Piece.
Oh
Doesn't
my
he?
God.
Hasn't he said he likes One Piece though?
There is an entire background thing of him filming Thor Love and Thunder where you can tell they clearly were not able to convince him to take off. He's wearing a shirt that very clearly has the Straw Hat Jolly Roger on it because it's just blurred out the entire time. And they're like, man, they really couldn't get him to change out of that fucking marketed shirt.
Do you
That
think?
I watched while sick with COVID, Thor: Love and Thunder, which I was told was a bad Marvel movie,
It's
and
fine.
I enjoyed it more than most of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
because it felt more like an episode of One Piece.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a Marvel movie. It felt like Taika Waititi got to play with some action figures that were all very attractive.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, what if these people kiss? What if these people?
Yeah.
Kiss?
The Thor's axe
Yeah.
just hovering into frame, being offended by his old fling,
Yeah.
Mjolnir. Very good.
Oh yeah.
Does Popeye show up in One Piece? Because they've got some bomb ass Popeye figures on the Big Bag Toy Store. We haven't even started the podcast
We
yet.
haven't. No,
they've
we have
got
so much
they've
to
got
talk
the
about.
Popeye Classics Poop Deck Pappy and Pookie Jones.
Hell yeah.
which both sound like names that will pop up in One Piece at some
All
point.
right. Anyway, hey everybody, we're gonna jump right into it. This week we watched
There's a sea hag in Popeye.
the Little Garden arc, episodes 70 through 77.
I love a sea hag.
Speaking of sea hags,
Episode 70. Did we do the intro music yet?
probably
Episode 70. Life finds a way.
life
Chaos
finds a
theory.
way.
Background MVP, One Piece, the book, the novelization. I think I took a picture of it. This is important. We'll get into the episode. There is a book that just says One Piece on it, which I assume if anyone had read would just tell them the plot. Do you think the book is the One Piece?
Oh, can I talk about this?
are these
I
other
think
ones?
the One Piece is like a piece of paper. Okay, sorry. We've already gone on a tangent. We're 10 minutes in.
Episode 70.
I think the One Piece is a piece of paper. It's a one piece of paper, and it has a fun joke on it, and it says, and the fun joke is
Laughing because it's true.
She's laughing because it's true, and the fun joke is, what kind of ship is the best ship? And then on the other side of the piece of paper, it says, friendship. And
He
that's
got
the
it.
One Piece. Did I get it right?
He got it.
Did I get it right?
Bump,
Did I
bump,
get it right?
bump, 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 bump.
It's a wrap on the podcast. You did the whole
We
thing.
did it. We
did it.
solved it.
We sped run.
I
One
can't.
Piece.
I
Hire us,
can't even
Oda.
explain how out of context in the funniest ways that might be spoilers. Just due to a
I-
specific manga panel.
All
Like
right.
it is so much.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I can't wait for 5 years from now when we.
Can I ask the both of you to block your ears? Although
Okay.
Matt, you're gonna block your ears and you're still listening. This
Take
is
the headphones off.
this is specifically for
Boku
not
a
John
doctor.
Cena. The fact that Matt just said it's a joke
Chopper.
and still one of
He
the
is
best
a
panels in the manga
doctor,
is
and
that
also his name
and
is
he laughed.
Tony.
it's probably. I'm so
He is
mad.
can we
I'm so mad. Okay,
Still
yeah.
talking. Luffy wants him on his crew. Are we done?
I wonder if that came through.
I sang right into the microphone.
What if I listen to that? Is it going to be spoilers if I listen to that?
I don't. It's so wildly out of context.
Because usually I listen to the podcast to like make sure it's good.
It's so wildly out of context
Hell
that
yeah.
I can't wait.
I think it'll be okay.
So-
But also, you just saying, I think.
I hope it's a piece of paper. That's funny as fuck if it is.
What if it's just the manga itself?
All right, we should jump into this. Episode 70.
Duck drinks a cocktail. That's
Um,
the first note I have. I also definitely wrote this while suffering from COVID because I wrote Vivi is uneasy.
I love it.
Wait, was that a joke?
Maybe. Vivi is talking a bunch of science, and she talks about how Reverse Mountain is emitting 7 different magnetic fields, which is why it's hard for the log post to do all of the fucking science bullshit. Whatever. Anyway, Sanji whips out his special drink, which is definitely Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Do you think it's spiked?
No, I think it's just straight fucking Baja Blast, and everyone's like, whoa, this shit's crazy. And it's just Baja Blast.
Sanji actually invented the soda stream.
Sanji
They probably just had one on the ship.
but literally, it's just like a tray, and it's a bunch of literally blue, like fluorescent blue drink that looks like Baja Blast.
The Baja fruit?
The Baja fruit.
Sanji ate the Baja fruit. We haven't seen him swim in a while.
We haven't. No, he used his feet to mix up the
Ooh,
drink.
yeah. Do you think he stomped on it?
Oh, for sure.
Is there a movie that's like episode of Sanji barefoot stomping on some Baja berries?
I don't want to say there's a lot of.
You're not saying no.
No. I'm gonna correct it in a different direction. I don't think the creator of One Piece likes seeing Sanji's feet. I will say there is a
the creator of
suspicious
Naruto.
amount of Sanji being tied up in One Piece that everyone points out because it's funny.
Interesting.
They feed Karu the duck a bunch of Baja, and they're all like chug, chug,
Yeah,
chug.
that throws back some special drink.
He loves that Baja Blast. And everyone just fucking loving Baja Blast and the Going Merry. It's like the drink of choice. And then I said we should make Baja Blast cocktails or mocktails or whatever for when we do a cooking episode.
Some special drink.
I think that'd be really fun.
We should do a poll, actually, on Twitter to see who people want us to dress up as.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
What would be the four choices? Or should we write this down?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in the meantime, just submit some ideas you'd want me and Matt to dress up as.
Yeah, we were talking about possibly for the first episode of the new year. It'll be a cooking episode.
Yeah.
Where we're going to cook something from the One Piece cookbook, and then we'll have the video on our YouTube page.
Our new YouTube page.
Yeah. Fun Piece Podcast, and then we'll have the audio obviously in the podcast form, which would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we've gone on tangents. We just talked about Baja Blast,
Big dolphin.
giant dolphin. Free
Big
Willy's
dolphin.
the ship. Free Willy's
Huge
the ship.
dolphin. They all get ready to fight it, kind of.
Yeah, but then they also just watch it go whoosh.
Yeah. They actually like do sailing stuff again, which is great.
Yep, Vivi's like all really like impressed by their like ship know-how, despite being a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, they're actually pretty good at doing that shit, even though a bunch of dumb idiots. And then the log pose. The log pose is the most fucking inconvenient watch mechanism ever.
It's a plot device.
It's a giant, but it's not even like, I'm not talking about like the use of it. Like I understand like it's a plot device to get them to stay on the island. Just the shape of it is a giant glass
it's like
orb
built
on
to
your
break.
It's built to break.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I feel like that's true of like things on ships though. I feel like all the mechanisms and stuff are just like confusing.
Like the Going Mary's rudder,
Yeah. it's not wheel, it's
ship
stick.
head, sheep head,
Yeah.
sheep head. They make it to Little Garden, their second island on the Grand Line.
Do we jump? I think we jumped to Mr. 3 at this point.
We do jump to
the
Mr.
hair.
3. This show, I feel like this show went like a fucking 0 to 60, like weird zone. Like I feel like it wasn't that weird, and then it was like fucking we're going all in.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. 3 goes places too.
It was very strange. He was like, someone says Mr. 3, and he says, "Don't call me that in public, or people will know I'm 3." But it's like his hair is the
Is a
shape of a
3.
number 3.
Yeah.
I said this guy seems like a douche. Fucking Clahador vibes.
Yeah. Is it just because he's got glasses? Is everyone with glasses going to be an absolute little shit? He does redeem himself when he makes the mech.
The mech is fucking
Kobe's
awesome.
a little shit.
Kobe's not a little shit. Kobe is a strong-willed
Little shit.
little shit.
King of the little shits. Best of all little shits.
Little Garden's not so little. It's pretty big. Big things on Little Garden.
Yeah.
Sanji's simping, trying to be cool. Bird attacks him.
Yeah. Yep. Just out of nowhere. There's a big tiger. It dies.
It just fucking dies.
They're like, oh no, big tiger. And then it just falls over and blood shoots out. And you're like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's like, what happened there? We'll find out. Then Sanji's simping, trying to be cool. I already said that. Sanji, Luffy, and Karu? Why did I write Sanji?
Was it Luffy?
It was Luffy,
Luffy's like
Karu,
just
and
going to go.
Vivi.
Yeah.
Right? Sanji doesn't go.
No, Sanji and Zoro have a hunt off.
Yes. Where they literally are just talking about like how big their meat is and how much bigger their meat is than the other.
Yeah.
We'll get to there in a moment. Karu gets a special Baja Blast barrel around his neck for easy access while adventuring.
Important.
A little sippy
You
cup.
can't adventure without a little bit of the blast.
It's true. They find a shellfish squid, aka an ammonite, which is great.
I feel like a lot of this stuff is just to be like, it's a dinosaur island.
It's a dinosaur island.
There's a park there.
Sanji has a T-Rex following him, and he's like, "Can't you see I'm busy?
Hey T-Rex, I'm gonna kick you.
I'm gonna kick your T-Rex. Can you watch out? Thanks."
Zoro Zoro has a special moment with the Triceratops where he's like, I see you also use the three sword style. And it's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
Like, it's a fucking T-Rex. It's a Triceratops, Zoro. What the fuck? And then he just murders him. He just
Yeah.
murders it. So amazing.
We'll talk about how he Bambi's a baby Triceratops
Yeah,
later
what the
on.
fuck is that? And then you see big shoes in the woods, and I said, you know what that means?
If
Big socks, baby.
if
big
no one is
socks.
around, Zoro becomes a serial killer.
Literally, yeah, he destroys an entire family of Triceratops.
Zoro would, not even Dahmer, because he's not even gonna like be secret about it. He would just openly murder everybody and not bury the bodies.
It's
I need to talk a lot about smell later.
Later. Okay.
We'll get into
Like
it.
what things smell like,
or
or what you
this
perceive them
whole
to smell
arc, all I thought about was what everything smelled like.
like. Was that because you didn't have smell because you had COVID?
No, I kept my smell and taste, but maybe
Nice.
because my wife lost her sense of smell and taste.
What? Hold on a second. Was it? Didn't she used to do smell-o-vision for something that we all
Oh
participated?
yeah, wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Right. Can we get her to do smell-o-vision for One Piece?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I think it's important. I mean,
Yeah.
half of them just rank onions and BO. It is a courtesy that we can't smell Luffy or Zoro because those two motherfuckers. I don't care like how buff Zoro is, how like he's like, oh, look how sexy he is. You know the only two fuckers on that, the only three people on that ship who bathe are Nami,
Usopp,
Usopp.
Sanji.
Usopp probably less so, but like Sanji and Nami absolutely are the only ones who consistently smell good on that ship.
Sanji probably smells fucking amazing.
He
he smells so fucking good.
Canonically hygienic.
Yeah.
Canonically
I cannot
hygienic.
imagine that man's skincare routine.
He smells so fucking
Yeah.
good. With his shitty fucking facial hair.
And then Zoro must smell like a fucking latrine.
Yeah.
A sweat. He smells like the floor of a Planet Fitness bathroom. There's no way. How many times does Zoro bathe? Ever.
I'd have to search and double check, but I'm fairly certain he's in the once a week.
Oh yeah, that's
thought-
typical pirate shit.
I thought of it because of the two giants, and I'm like, that's a lot of big man who has never showered. And do they just smell like earth at this point, or is it still just
Okay.
Planet Fitness
Crevices.
bathroom?
Sanji and Nami shower every day. Sanji is
How
the
is this-
cleanest.
How is this like
I believe that
ready
Sanji's
to go
cleaner than
information?
Because Oda answers anything.
Well, I
that he
remember.
has said.
I remember the historian told us
Yeah.
that Luffy bathes once a week against his will.
Okay.
Yeah,
but, like,
so
that I
yeah,
understand.
so Usopp is once every 3 days. All of the other Straw Hats are included in this. I am leaving out their names for spoilers. And then Luffy and Zoro only shower once a week. And the thing is with Luffy, because he has a devil fruit, it's like unsafe to leave him by himself, so he does it under duress with supervision.
Who's the one bathing him though?
It's got to be Zoro.
I'm sure the guys have to take turns.
Is it like Zoro and Luffy just do it together?
Or they probably make Usopp do it.
yeah, it's
They
probably
probably
it's
make
probably like
Usopp
who
do it.
pulls the shortest straw has
Usopp
to bathe
probably
the
has
captain.
a machine that does it at this
Yeah.
point.
That's fair.
Do you think they just
They do have that water machine.
Do you think it's like those like power hoses that they use like after people are like in an infected like radiation zone? They just spray them down like,
Like a
he's
fire hose.
yeah, like he's a like he's a like a prisoner of war.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah, I think
I
Zoro
just-
smells like dog shit.
when I Google like straw hat shower, obviously it's called SBS is the thing that Oda does at the end of every chapter where he answers questions.
SBS.
And then immediately under it is a
Sanji.
post from the One Piece Reddit from 3 years ago that just says Zoro's fucking disgusting. Are we gonna ignore the fact that despite Zoro working out all day, he only showers once a week? That's pretty fucking
That's
disgusting.
literally
if you
like
ask me.
that's like a quote that Mike literally just said.
Yeah. And I talked about this with I was literally this morning after going to the gym talking to Emily, who you've all heard at this point, about how I got a hairline like Vegeta from Dragon Ball.
You do. It's nice.
It's like sharp widow's peak.
It's good.
But we talked about how Vegeta is definitely the most fuckable person on Dragon Ball because the dude's stable. He's got a bit of a temper. He gets it under control, and he at least showers after he works out consistently in that show.
The only on Dragon Ball
Yeah.
about Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super. What about? Because Goku, I'm just saying Goku doesn't.
No,
Goku has taken like
Goku's
two.
gross as fuck.
He's taken like 2 baths his entire life.
Hey everyone, this is a One Piece podcast. I think I would argue that Whis would probably be like the
Well, he can like
gorgeous.
magically make him smell.
yeah.
Also, I bet that Piccolo probably just smells like plants.
yeah. 'Cause
And
he is
also
one.
he has a clothing beam, so he can probably just make a smell nice beam.
Sure. Anyway, episode 71.
Episode 71. I would try dinosaur meat.
That's fair. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
Fucking Usopp up until this point just cried the whole time.
Yeah.
Just crying.
Him and Nami.
Yeah.
Those
both
two
of
are
them.
on the same page.
They are. Yeah. Ba, 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 ba,
Oh, yeah. I guess the last episode ended with.
Feet in the woods.
Yeah.
And then immediately it's yeah. Ba, 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 ba,
There
ba,
was
ba, ba,
also
ba,
a quote by the famous explorer Louis Arnault. Does that ever come up again?
I doubt it.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what the
not
quote
once,
was.
Never again. No. It was. Yeah, I feel like they were like, "This will be cute. We're gonna put this at the end, and then never talk about it again."
What was the name again?
Louis Louis Arnault
Arnault.
Arnote.
Is that a member of the crew? in
There
the
was like
future?
just a quote, and I don't remember what the quote was because I didn't write it down because I had COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, ba 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 ba.
Yeah, ba, 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 ba.
We meet Brogy, who invites Usopp and Nami to dinner.
I love Brogy.
Brogy?
I love how
What
Brogy
about Dory?
looks.
How do you feel about Dory?
I love Dory too.
Yeah.
But out
I mean,
of
the other
two-
episode, you said you wanted to get double teamed by them, so.
Yeah. I love those two fuckers so much.
They're nice. They're nice gentlemen. They've been fighting.
I love Brogy's whole look, his weird upturned like Miss Piggy nose.
Oh, yeah.
He is just his like constant. He kind of looks like Henry.
He's squanchy.
Your cat.
He's squanchy.
He's a little what?
He's squanchy. He's a little squanch.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
bug-eyed.
Squanch.
Hair must smell bad.
Definitely smell it. 100 years, definitely smells bad.
Yeah.
Brogy's there. He invites them to dinner. Luffy's choking out a big dinosaur, and the whole family of
Yeah.
dinosaurs show up. And then he's gum zooming around from Dino Head to Dino Head, and he spots a big mountain with holes in it. And he
Yep.
goes, "That's a cool mountain."
And he gets eaten.
And he gets eaten. But then when he's inside that dino's head, it gets chopped off by another giant. Yog. It's Dory.
Yog yog yog. Yum. So these are the very distinct laughs. I feel like these are the first super distinct laughs.
There's
Okay.
and yog.
Yog 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 yog. Do you want to get those
There's-
tattooed on our
there's-
bodies?
No.
Oh god, I love the Elbaf giants. Those would be cute tattoos.
I just mean they're just in Gothic font. They're laughs
They're
across
laughs.
my chest.
There are so many like could be phonetically spelled laughs in the show, and I'm so excited you guys are finally starting to
I
get
think
to them.
Ma.
That's not even a laugh though.
Ma.
So jarring.
That's the sound he makes when he gets a boner. It's fun.
It's it makes the JoJo characters all have different I'm punching you a lot noises. There's
Yeah.
aura, maru.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
whatever.
you guys to get to Chopapa.
Is that Tony Chopper?
No.
Every time he laughs, he goes chop pop 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 pop. Should we come up with our own One Piece laughs? Mine's
I don't think you could either. I'm glad I have that saved on my computer now. My One Piece laugh is Tatsuki.
feel so uncomfortable.
Anyway, so I noticed the dinosaur sound that they have in the
Walking away from that
background. Is Tatska Tatska Tatska. The dinosaur sound that they play in the background when dinosaurs fly by or whatever. It's definitely the same dinosaur sound that the Dragon Zord makes from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like.
Do you think it's the same exact sound? Like how the death sound from Roblox was actually taken from the game Messiah by Shiny Entertainment, which was a death sound created by Tommy Tallarico.
Maybe. I'm glad.
Why do you know so much information about this?
I don't know anything useful. I can't remember half the characters in this show.
Anyway, no, I just thought that. Also, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. We love you. Green Ranger Power, White Tiger Ranger Power, Black Dino Ranger, Red Zeo Ranger, all those good things. Jason David Frank, Legend of the White Dragon. Rest in peace.
Does suck. If you're feeling bad about life, talk to somebody, seek help.
Yeah,
Okay?
absolutely.
We
that's
love
us.
you.
That's us being serious for a moment.
We don't know who you are, but we love you.
We love you very much, and
Because you know what? You're not Clawhador, and that makes you inherently a good person.
you are. Even if you don't, even if your brain says it is that you're not Clawhador.
However, if Clawhador is real and he's out there listening to this, we hate you.
fucking suck, Clawhador.
We're going to beat the
you
ever-loving
piece of
shit out of you, you stupid fucking idiot. Yob, 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 yob.
Anyway, Usopp and Nami pretending to be dead. Brogy offers up dino meat after he catches them from running around the forest screaming a bunch, being chased by a saber-tooth tiger and then a dinosaur and then Brogy. Brogy's just being a nice guy, and the two of them think he
They
just
don't know
wants to
how to
fatten them
handle.
up and eat it. I don't just talk
They-
to him.
To be fair, those two do respond to the situations they're in like humans would.
Sure, that's fair.
Because that is a terrifying situation.
Yeah.
Can we talk about, and this is the background MVP. There's not a lot of them throughout this.
Is it the
Background
saber-tooth
MVP
tiger?
is Usopp's sneaky walk. Yeah, it's really good. Do yourself a favor and look up Usopp's sneaky walk because
I literally was watching that and I was like, I want to talk about this, but I don't know how to comment on it.
yeah, it's just so good. And then like when they get away and he just like slides on his knees and just collapses backwards.
Oh, that's so good. It's so good. They learn that it's going to take a year to reset the log pose.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Luffy and Dory are having a blast eating meat. Brogy and Dory have been fighting for 100 years, and their Elbaf god has yet to prove judgment on the winner of them.
It's been, God, they say the number of draws. It's like 17,000.
I have it on
12,000
here. I have it
something.
on here. I have it on here. I have it on here.
I didn't write it down 'cause-
73,466 duels, which is an average over 100 years. That's an average of 2 fights a day.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
I can fight somebody twice a day.
a lot. Fucking Sanji and Zoro talking about who's got the bigger meat.
Dude.
Zoro's got girth. Sanji's got length.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's any surprise. You just touched on it there.
They're just talking about dicks.
So
Why don't they just
I had
fucking kiss? Just kiss,
we had
boys.
we set
Kiss.
up a little COVID blanket for like put our mattress in the living room because we couldn't be bothered to be functional humans. And I was watching this. Emily, half asleep, was just like, "Why are those two shouting about their dick descriptions?" Because it's like, oh, Zoro's like, "Mine's so girthy and thick," and Sanji's like, "Well, mine's longer." And
I love that we use Sanji's 4Kids voice. Even
that's
when
what he
it's not.
sounds like. What are you talking about?
He did at one point say something, and I was like, "It sounds like the 4Kids."
Yeah,
voice.
if you close your eyes and watch and listen to that scene, then
Yeah.
it just
Anyway, they're talking about dicks. There's an explosion from this volcano, which signals time for Dory and Brogy to begin fighting again, which Sanji and Zoro are going to use as their signal for when their hunt ends.
Mr. Five and Valentine show up.
Just as Brogy and Dory start fighting, it's about pride, it's about power. They stay humble, they devour.
Dinosaurs.
Luffy falls over. He's so impressed with the fight. 5 and Wednesday on the island. They kill a dinosaur.
Do you remember the sitcom Dinosaurs and how it ended with an ice age?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yep.
Zora would have killed them. Episode 72. Is Mr. 3 the new Clawhador? Did you have something else?
The only thing is at the end we see 5 and Wednesday get inside a rock looking home that's occupied.
Oh yeah, like
by,
the weird like cube.
Yeah, it's occupied by Mr. 3 and a small girl agent, and we hear it's revealed there's a bounty for Brogy and Dory for 200 million berries.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, episode 72.
Is Mr. 3 the new Clawhador?
I think so.
I don't think so.
that
I
your-
don't hate him. That's the episode title. I don't hate him as much as Clawhador.
I don't hate him as much as Clawhador.
He
but
redeems himself with some stupid shit later.
He does. I would agree on that. Brogy and Dory sending shockwaves as they fight. Nami, Vivi, Karu are like, fuck! And then Usopp and Luffy are in complete awe of like the fight. They're just like, this is the greatest fight I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's
they're
so
all
powerful."
crying.
Like, I just don't understand why. I mean, I get it.
It's beautiful. They're just such strong, manly men.
Yeah, they fight.
like-
They do a double shield punch.
It's like everybody is Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and their fight is that one painting I can't remember the name of. I did go to art school. Can't be bothered to remember things that are important. You know the one? It's like zooming in. It's
Yeah.
the monkey. It's the pointillism one. Remember that. That is that fight for everybody who has a
Wait,
penis.
I thought it was the Edward Degas painting that he's staring at.
Yeah, it's the pointillism one of the park.
Yeah, the Impressionism. Is that what it's called?
Sunday in the Park
It's-
with George.
Because it's impression. It's the technique is pointillism. where it's
Yeah,
just-
the closer they get, the blurrier it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think
Sunday
that's
in the
a
Park
Degas.
with George.
Curious?
I'm sorry, did you go to art school, Matt?
No, but I'm pretty sure
Get the
there's
fuck outta
I'm
here.
pretty sure there's a musical based off the painting, and then at the end
This
of
guy,
the
this
first act,
fucker's talking about musicals over here.
No.
We're
I
talking
do
about
fucking theater, okay? I don't like
fine
musicals. Musicals
art.
are not my thing. I mean, I like musicals, but I don't know. Fuck off. Fuck off. I am a theater professional as my career. Sorry.
you can apologize
I
all you
apologize.
want. You can apologize all you want. It's not gonna fix it.
Yeah, that's true. Hey everybody, I'm a technical director for theater, and I also teach kids how to do theater, and that's my job.
And
So,
he's hitting the bottle again.
I'm old, I'm tired, I'm hurt, and I work with fucking children. To quote CM Punk, that piece of shit. Anyway, where we go from here? Dory's drinking booze because
Just like Matt.
Dory's drinking booze because fucking Brogy gave him some booze that they gave him. And he's talking about how humans can't usually last a year here on the island. Which leads me to believe, why the fuck don't they just go and take one of the log poses from one of the dead humans that are here? Because those log poses have probably recalibrated by this point if they've died. Why do they have to recalibrate their log pose?
Well,
I'm
let's
sure
just look back at the notes.
I'm
Hold
sure-
on, real, because it's about honor, you schmuck. It's not about the log poser going home. It's about doing it the right way.
But
It's
then-
about honor.
It's about pride.
It's about power.
We stay hungry, we devour.
The Rock answered all your questions.
He did. I apologize. I apologize for using critical thought.
How dare you think anybody thinks in this show?
Anyway, Dory calls out Luffy for blowing up his alcohol because he drinks booze and it blows up in his mouth.
Weird.
What?
But it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. Luffy gets his hat to Vivi and he's like, "No, I have to fight him."
God, it's so good.
Instead of having a regular conversation, I'm just going to fight this giant. Then Dory stomps on Luffy, and then Dory falls the fuck over, and I was like, is he dead? And then Luffy's mad because he's like, who did this to Dory? And then I said, 3 thinks he's so fucking smart. I don't like him and his stupid hair.
He's a dumb idiot.
His hair would burn away. His hair would burn away.
It would, and it does.
3's hair is in 3. And
It's
he's
a
like,
3.
don't talk
Sometimes, at one point, it's an exclamation point when he's surprised. He's kind of like, did you guys ever play Sonic Adventure?
Yeah.
You know the Chow Garden?
Yeah.
The Chows have these little baubles on their
Yeah,
heads,
their
and they help express their... I think Mr.
Just that.
3 is a Chow.
Do you think the number would change if he became a different number?
Ooh, probably.
Like if he became like number 2 or number 4, do you think it would turn into a 4? Or
I wonder if he's actually bald and that's just black wax.
just like gooshing out of his head?
Yeah, constantly gooshing. That's why it catches fire.
That makes sense. That would make sense. I mean, he didn't die. He just ran away. So we'll definitely see him again. So maybe he'll be gooshed into a different number.
Yeah.
I like using the word goosh as anyway.
Mr. 3 reveals his plot here to get the Giants to fight with one of them injured, so he kills the other.
We learned that little girl's agent's name is Miss Golden Week.
Oh, I didn't hear that, and I didn't care.
It's fair, but that is her name.
Did they say her name again? Because
Yeah,
I
they call her Miss Golden Week.
Man, I missed it every single time.
It's fine. You were probably really fucked up with sickness.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mr. 3's personal motto is big crimes with cheap tricks.
Also a good tattoo.
And
Man.
the episode ends with a volcano pop. Fight again. Time to fight again.
Yeah, and Zorro steps on a baby dinosaur.
Fucking Zorro. Can we chill up with the murder? I don't think he kills the baby dino though.
No, he Bambies it.
Yeah, he kills the mom. Or the
Zorro
dad.
Zorro's on like the top 5 greatest villains of all time. He is man.
But like, I think he kills mom first, and then he kills dad because dad was with baby. And then he
makes the baby watch.
Then he's riding on the baby later. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Fucked up.
Episode 73.
This is the best title. Episode 73. Does it smell like a Yankee Candle in here, or is it just Mr. 3? Oh, my background MVP for the last one was a pterodactyl or something. Background MVP for this one? Tree?
Yeah, tree's pretty good. Fucking Dory picks up a big rock, and Luffy says, "Whoa, he picked up that big rock. It's so cool."
Is this the one after? This is the one with the fight, I think.
Yeah, after he blew up.
Yeah, and then he puts Luffy under a rock.
He does, because he doesn't want him to interfere.
Usopp and Nami run. They go back to their fight. Usopp and Nami are trying to find Luffy.
Yep.
Nami runs into a fake Zoro.
Yep.
And Zoro runs into a fake does Nami run into a fake Luffy?
I think Nami runs into fake Zoro, and then Zoro runs into fake Luffy. I don't know. They run into fake versions of each other.
Usopp finds the real ones.
Yes, he
finds
does.
Luffy and Vivi.
Vivi sees Karu run away. And Karu runs into Wednesday and 5, who want to ask him a favor. Mm-hmm. Do you think it was if they could have a sip of his Baja Blast?
I think
I know the answer because I watched the rest of the episodes. It wasn't that. But at the time, that's what I thought. It might be nice. And then Zoro killed another Triceratops. Mm-hmm. That fucking Bambi's mother killing murderer.
I think I had to Google this because I didn't remember I remembered the Neil C. Ciarega parody song, but I didn't remember the actual title. I think
Is it The
Mr.
Little
5
Mermaid?
asks Karu if he can help him fly away. Because he wants to fly away.
Fly away. Yeah. It's good.
It's not that good.
It's not bad.
It
Hey
could be
everyone.
better.
Hey everyone, if you think that was good or bad, you should let us know in
Brogy hits Dory with an axe.
hits him with an axe. And you know what else happens? Nami gets gooed on.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Mr. 3 waxing it all up.
Usopp super speedster flash runs through the forest and tells Luffy Nami's dead. Vivi just straight up exposition dumps about Baroque Works and is like, oh, Baroque Works is probably here and they probably captured her. It was probably this person and this person and this person and this person. Exposition dump. Then 3 goos on the ground. Dory slips. Oh no, Brogy kills Dory. Luffy's even more mad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of gooing. Just so much gooing from... He should have been the goo fruit, but I know it's probably the wax fruit.
Yeah, I think they say it's the wax.
Yeah.
fruit. He
The
traps
Candle Man.
the candle man.
The Candle Man.
The candle man.
It's me, the Candle Man.
He traps Brogy in his sticky white substance.
It's goo. Just gooing. He's an artist. 3 is an artist. He works with goo. Do you think there are artists in this world that work with...
Cum?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
What?
female painter who uses her own period blood to paint.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Fuck.
I was
pretty
gonna
badass.
say,
That's
yeah,
badass as hell.
body liquid art is genuinely a thing. I mean, I only know this because I was home sick from work today, so I think I scrolled through TikTok for a total of like 6 hours
Nice.
between naps.
Did you get any like, hey, you've been scrolling for a while now?
No, it knows better. There was one though of a woman making like jizz, like inserting jizz into like beads and then making some, like they sent her the sample to make a bracelet with. That is a thing.
Is it like, is that like little, like, you know, when you make like, if you have like homemade dice for tabletop games and they put the little like circle, like the
liquid core?
the liquid cores.
Yeah,
Do they have like cum cores?
probably. If we've thought of it, someone's
That's
already
my
done it.
Favorite Final Fantasy spin-off game is
Cum
Final
cores?
Fantasy VII Cum
Cum
Cores.
Nice. Nice. Wow. I learned so much. That's very exciting.
What did you learn? What?
I learned that people
No.
use period blood for art. That's kind of cool. Yeah. That's badass. That's badass, man.
What?
Fucking, have you seen that robot that has like oil and its like thing is that it like scooping up its own oil as it's leaking oil?
You definitely have to have seen this
It's fucked
online.
up. It's the most fucked
I'm
up
trying
thing
to
I've ever
remember what
seen.
it's called.
No.
I think it's just called I Can't Help Myself. Is that?
It's an installation artwork piece where it's like one of those like armed robots, and at the end is basically like a squeegee, and as it's like operating, it's just like moving in a circle around itself, and it's at the same time leaking its like hydraulic fluid, so it's just like trying to keep itself going. But I don't know. People make cool fucked up art out of the shit, and I think that's great.
I love it.
I don't like Mr. Three's cool fucked up art though because it kills people.
You know what? At least it's not AI art.
That's true. Hey, if you're in support of AI art,
I'll fucking fight you.
Mike will fight you, and I will also disapprove of what you're doing and maybe fight you. Anyway,
See, that's cool. That's the way to use robots to make art.
yeah, hell yeah.
Don't feed your face into an algorithm. Don't
Yeah.
do it. They're stealing artists.
They're
I won't
stealing
get into-
artists, and they're also stealing your identity,
Yeah. Your cute little fucking.
which I guess is like whatever. We're posting our fucking shit on social media all the fucking time.
Stop taking
whatever.
selfies. Take dumps, not selfies.
Take pictures of your dumps.
Take pictures of your dumps.
Why not?
Feed that into the AI algorithm.
Yeah.
You nerds.
This is a One Piece podcast.
This is a One Piece podcast, which I think is aggressively anti-capitalist, despite also definitely bringing in a lot of money for these people.
Anyway, 5 and Wednesday show up, and we find out that they beat the fuck out of Karu because Karu is a loyal bird and should be remembered for all time as the greatest bird in the
Yeah.
entire world.
Karu is a good
Karu's the
bird.
fucking best bird ever, best duck I've ever seen. Usopp and Vivi start fighting with 5 and Wednesday. Mr. 3, the Wax Fruit Man, the Candle Man. End of episode. Episode 74. We are not even halfway through.
Oh my god.
We are 50 minutes in.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to say.
This is a big arc though, so like people enjoy the content. You enjoy the content. Hey, if you don't enjoy the content, don't
Fuck out of here.
don't tell us.
Wait. Oh yeah, don't tell us. We get the fuck. Oh, it's no stay.
Please
Put
stay.
it, mute us. Turn your volume down. Play the whole episode.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much. Hey, we love you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for taking a voyage with us. And also, we're switching it up. We don't want you to send us a message in a bottle anymore. Send us a transponder snail at funpiecePodcast@gmail.com.
Record yourself talking.
Wait,
What is the? Yeah, I
what's
forgot
the sound again? We got
That's
it.
good.
Yeah, it's basically Brogie's laugh, but faster.
Yeah.
No,
How do
there's a
you
D in there?
How do you pronounce Oda's first name?
Oda.
Aichiro. Aichiro.
I don't know, so I avoid saying it.
Aichiro Oda. Episode 74. Aichiro's Oda's The House of Wax, starring Paris Hilton as Nami, is the title of this one.
I had a question right at the beginning of this
About
episode.
the House of Wax.
No, I've seen
Oh.
that movie. That's fine. There's some roadhead in that movie. I remember that as a pivotal moment.
When do we get to the roadhead in One Piece?
I remember
Can there be
there's
roadhead
definitely a
when
scene
there's
where
no
that
road?
happens. And then also
In
because
One
it's
Piece?
Paris Hilton, I think, right?
Yeah.
And then then isn't she the first one to get waxed?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
I've seen that
Anyway.
movie 3 times.
And it's that pretty
Never
looking man.
watched that movie.
I definitely have watched that movie at least once, possibly twice. I only remember. I'm pretty sure Paris Hilton is the first one to get waxed, and also there's Roadhead.
I know somebody who can write in an email and tell us.
Send us a transponder snail.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Anyway, the first thing I had a question about is what happens
Where
if
the
three.
fuck is Sanji? What?
I literally have.
That's my background MVP is where the fuck is Sanji?
I literally have my third note for this episode is where the fuck is Sanji? Almost like every 6 notes, I'm just like, where the fuck is Sanji?
I think Oda forgot that he had that character.
And then he was like, "Oh, sweet. Let me just fucking Deus Ex Machina Sanji in here with all of the information to help them."
Yeah.
As he just sits on a fucking transponder snail. Anyway, my first question is, what happens when 3 burns through all his hair? That's what I wanted to know.
Well, I think it's just a candle, right?
It's a candle, but if he burns through the whole wick, then the candle burns it out.
I don't know. I don't know why his hair catches on fire when he does the stuff either.
He's the candle man.
Yeah.
He's a candle himself. He is a candle. They got Zoro and Nami already somehow. Luffy spits on 5 shoe and he explodes on Luffy.
Oh yeah, he kicks the shit out of him for a while.
3's been masterminding this whole thing, and Baroque Works has finally captured Vivi again.
Yeah, I just had the note. There's a lot of back and forth showing how much of a dick Mr. 3 is.
Yeah, and then
It's
he's
like for a while.
and then he just starts gooshing all over everyone. He makes a giant wax candle cake that also looks like a pumpkin for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It looks like a mini boss from Kingdom Hearts.
It definitely looks like a mini boss from Kingdom Hearts. It absolutely does. Why is it I just didn't understand why it needed to be like a weird pumpkin cake. It's not like it was like Halloween or anything.
I guess because you put candles in pumpkins?
That's a stretch. That's a stretch. Don't you think, historian? Why is a candle pumpkin?
Hold on, I need a visual of it again.
Why is it a pumpkin candle? Why? Anyway, this is bad podcast. It's fucked up. This is really fucked up. I was a little concerned. This was
like how long they get.
well, the whole thing is just very fucked up. I was like, this is like a very, unlike fucking Klahadore, 3 is a very capable,
Yeah.
antagonist villain. And it was very easily able to just fucking fuck all their shit up very quickly.
Yeah. He's Dahmer adjacent.
Yeah.
That dude has done this to other people, which is crazy. Because we've seen House of Wax, and we know what happens when you take that wax off of a dead person.
Yep.
It's gooey.
Brogy hill smashes out of the wax to help redeem him.
Then he gets Jesus.
And then you get,
They crucify him.
Yeah, fucking what's the word? You start bleeding from the palms.
Stigmata.
Stigmata. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he's not stigmataing because he specifically got stabbed through the hands.
He did.
but-
Yeah. He got
Stabbed through the hands.
crucified. Yeah.
Karu starts digging Luffy out of the ground.
Mhm.
They cover Brogy with more wax to keep him down.
Probably one of the highlights of this whole arc.
I want to know where 3 keeps all of his wax statues because he keeps talking about his collection of wax statues that he makes. Like, what does he do with them? Where does he keep
I
them?
mean, he's got a ship.
yeah, but like,
They're probably all in like the hull of that.
yeah. Does he just have like a hallway of like fucking wax
Probably
people?
got a wax museum.
And what does he do? Does he just like walk around and look at it, or does he like
He looks at them and
then what?
then he wax fruits all over the place.
I just like why do you need? It's a lot of people to collect. I'm sure there's a fair amount of people to collect.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't save all of them, or they go bad after a while, so he just tosses them
Oh,
overboard.
they go bad after what? That would make sense because there's like human flesh inside of it rotting.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's
this
gonna
is-
get through the wax eventually.
This is the real nitty gritty stuff I want to ask Oda.
It's really fucked up. He doesn't just to cover them with wax from the get go. He flakes it onto them
Yeah,
slowly.
it must be like a better way for like the wax to adhere, and then also like it makes it like more durable
Yeah,
rather than like because don't they like dripping like make candles? So you like drip the wax to make a candle instead of
It's like at the Ren Fair where you dunk your hand into the wax
Yeah.
repeatedly to like build up the yeah.
yeah, it makes it more sturdy rather than just like dumping it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's that process. Hey,
So-
folks, if you know anything about wax, just send us a transponder snail.
Snailogram. What brilliant plan does Zoro come up with to get out?
Is that this episode?
I think that's this episode. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Fuck yeah, Zoro's gonna cut his fucking own legs off, and everyone's like, "This is the best planet." Brogy's like, "Fucking, let's go. This is the
Yeah,
best
I
plan
like
I've ever." He's like, "I like that shit." He's like, "That's the best plan I ever heard."
It's like, all right, I'm going out fighting, and then Luffy shows up.
And then Luffy shows up with Usopp and Karu.
He gets halfway through one of his legs.
Yep.
So Zoro's standing here with half of his leg chopped off.
And I fucking love just like the last line of the episode. Luffy just appears and he's just like, "Is that really your hair?" To 3.
Yeah.
And there's a new end
good.
song.
I love that they ran so fast. They just go flying past
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
Is this did they say in this episode? Does Nami complain about Zoro bleeding everywhere? And
That's
he's
the
like,
next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And new outro.
New outro song where it's like a spy spotlight.
Yeah. It's got some Lupin the Third.
Yes. Episode 75.
Evil art degree.
Evil art degree.
Background MVP isn't Sanji because he isn't even around.
First note, where the fuck is Sanji? Zoro's just holding his sword high. He says, if I'm going to be a statue, I prefer this pose. He's just bleeding all over the place because he only cut halfway through his leg, which is great.
Yeah, there's a standoff for what I had bad notes. There's like some back and forth. Eventually Luffy gets his legs.
He gets his feet trapped, but uses it as a gum mallet to knock the candle cake down. I like that Vivi is the voice of reason, where like literally like Nami and Zoro are about to die, but at the same time they're still fucking bickering.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? You're getting blood all over me. And Vivi's just like, what the fuck are these?
Like, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die, and this is what you fucking care about right now.
Again, I cannot stress the face turn that Vivi had from being what she was, which
Yeah.
was Jessie from Team Rocket,
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah, just like complete,
You think? Yeah.
just 180.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Luffy punches 3, but he doesn't feel like saving them because of Miss Golden Week's colors trap.
Yeah, he gets, was it green on him, and he's just like indifferent. He's just calm.
Well, it's black on the ground first.
Oh, yeah.
And black, he's standing on black, and black is like he can't, like he will do the opposite of what his friends ask of him or whatever. So they're like, "Don't save us," and he backs up, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm fine."
Yeah.
and then he gets something on his back, which then gets smudged by Usopp.
Yeah, Usopp figures this out after running away for a while.
Yes.
He's like sprinting through the woods with Karu as Five and Valentine are chasing him, and then just loops back around. He's like, I figured it out.
Yeah. Where the fuck is Sanji? There's a red. Golden Weeks does a red on the ground, which like is like a homing missile for
Yeah, he can't not punch it.
Luffy. So he just keeps punching the ground. I was wondering if she had the paint fruit. I don't know. They
I
never
think it's
say
just,
what
like,
her power is. Or
They say
anything.
it's like witchcraft.
Yeah, which is weird. Has there been witchcraft up until this point? I don't think there has been.
What do you?
We're talking about Miss Golden Week.
Yeah.
Like,
she
they
doesn't
don't-
seem
they
to
don't-
have a fruit.
Yeah, they don't say she has a devil fruit. But she
I think
has
it's safe
these
to assume
weird-
she does because the rest of them do.
Yeah, you would think so, but like they don't ever say like, oh, she had the whatever fruit.
You guys haven't gotten a lot into it yet. There are other abilities in the One Piece world outside of Devil Fruits.
Oh, weird. Weird. It's also like they have technology. They have technology outside of it.
Yeah.
That's
Like wristwatches.
like wristwatches and like welding.
Yeah.
Five's done with chasing Usopp around, so he pulls out a gun.
I didn't want to use this, but I was like, oh.
It's like he just pulls out a fucking gun. Okay.
Which is like, how much more useful is that going to be than just your explosions?
I just think it's funny because like up until this point, it's like the weapon of choice is a broomstick, or like a slingshot.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh no, this guy's got a fucking gun.
Like a revolver.
Yeah.
This is new technology.
Yep. Usopp gets back up. Luffy just drinking some tea. And that's the end of the episode, I think.
Yeah. Everybody is totally waxed by the time Usopp is back.
Waxed. Is waxed is that like a is that like a phrase for like getting drunk or something? Like I got
I
totally
mean, you could, like, get-
waxed, bro.
Brazilian waxed.
Or like is that like a thing that people say when they smoke a lot of weed or something? Like they're
don't
like,
think
"Oh,
so.
I got so waxed." Is that a thing?
I haven't heard of
Is that a
before.
thing, historian? It sounds like it to me.
I tried to smoke weed once, and I coughed so hard I threw up.
Got waxed, bruh. So waxed. I feel like that's a thing.
I'll look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Waxed. Is something waxed?
Whoa.
I know we're like
The Urban Dictionary says waxed, the act of being killed.
oh,
I
That-
think they mean whacked.
that sucker got waxed. Sucker.
Oh yeah. It also says same as plastered or wasted on everything,
I
on
got
anything and everything.
waxed.
Just really, really effed up.
I'm so waxed right now.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Episode 76. Sanji takes a walk.
Sanji takes a walk.
Background MVP. It actually is Sanji in this one.
It is. Usopp shoots Luffy.
Usopp fucking lights Luffy on. He's like, I've got a brilliant plan, and lights Luffy on fire.
which is great, but it's a strategic light on fire. It's to
Usopp-
burn- Usopp
Kicks ass.
he
He gets his ass kicked, but kicks ass while doing it.
they don't like paint him as like badass through it though, like accidentally. Like he just does it, and then they're just like, "Good job, Usopp."
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like built as like a big moment for
because
him.
it's Usopp.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like he's like, I know I'm gonna get blown up, shot, fucking murdered, but I can plan around this and outsmart the villains.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Luffy's pissed off and charred, but not at Usopp, but at everybody else. And then Sanji fucking finally goes out looking for Nami and Vivi, and I guess the others.
Where's everybody been? It's been a while.
Where's Nami and Vivi and the others? Let me go find them.
Where's that sexy duck gone?
Yup.
What likes my Baja Blast?
I want to see what that mouth do, duck.
I never seen a mallard I didn't like.
Let me sing you a ballad, Mallard. Anyway,
I'm gonna show you my trap card, Malin. Hey, Yugi.
hey, Doug, I'm looking to fuck. Hey,
I'm gonna take my time with that cloaca.
that goose is looking loose. I'm sorry. This is too much. Anyway, Sanji wants to get with a duck. That's all we're trying to say. Anyway, the three makes a candle mech
I got
suit.
some money, cause that's a bill I'd like to pay. Usopp explodes.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to announce that because of the current ongoings, the podcast has been canceled indefinitely. Get it together, Matt.
I can't. That was really good. That was a good one. Three makes a candle fucking wax mech suit. And it's fucking awesome. Completely redeemed himself. This ain't no pussyfoot maneuver.
No pussy for maneuver.
Usopp uses his brain to pour oil on a rope and get wax all
He has
over it.
Karu wrapping around the tower to melt it because fire,
Because fire melts
like
wax.
Pokemon has taught us, fire melts wax.
It's true.
Never use your wax type Pokemon against your fire type
Not
Pokemon.
once. No.
Vivi and Luffy uses Three's stupid fire hair to light the rope.
Yep. Meanwhile, Miss Wednesday has been growing in her weight and sitting on top of Usopp.
Yeah, crushing him like thousands of pounds.
10,000 kilograms. at one
Crushing
point.
this regular human's ribs.
Whole place catches on fire when Luffy finally lights it up.
Yep. It's just like, oh, they're still in there. Uh-oh.
And then fucking Usopp's about to die, and then Nami and Vivi jump out of the fire.
And Nami's shirt is the only one that burns off.
Why is Nami's shirt the only thing that fucking burns off? Not even Vivi's shirt or her jacket or anything. It's just Nami's. And then Zoro comes out, and Zoro's clothes are fine.
Yep. And he's the most on fire.
Yeah.
I hung out there for a while.
Why are Luffy and Nami's clothes the most flammable?
It's all made of wheat hay.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand. I understand that fucking teenage boys and you know, Thurston
and to One
middle-aged men.
Piece's credit,
yes,
at least she's actually 18 years old.
that's fair. That's fine.
Because that's more than most animes do.
I mean, that's fine. I'm sure that's more than most animes can do. But it's also just like make it fucking make sense. Make it fucking make sense. Why are all of the clothes are gonna burn? Then all the fucking clothes burn.
Zoro should have come out
Zoro should
completely
have been
nude.
fucking naked. Fucking Vivi's clothes should have been burnt off. Fucking Usopp's clothes should have been burnt the fuck off. Fucking make everyone goddamn naked and make it an awkward fucking thing where everyone's standing there like, oh, 1 second, we gotta put clothes on, and then they put clothes on and then keep fighting. But like, don't make it. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this. I know this is like a 20-year-old fucking anime, and like, there's no point in having this conversation.
It's just because it's just Nami. It's so egregious.
It's so frustrating. She looks like a fucking squeezed up tooth of toothpaste. Toothpaste, because the way she's drawn, she's
They
like
got
a
the X
stick,
method.
and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck is this? Put clothes on people, Oda. You fucking perv. Historian's just nodding at me.
Zoro kills 5.
Zoro kills 5 after Usopp Tabasco
Maybe.
stars him.
Do you think he's dead?
I think he is finally dead because we didn't see him run away.
Yeah. Brogy survives too.
Yep,
He gets
Brogy
up.
survives, which is very Zoro flaming onigiri. Everyone's clothes are fine except Nami. Sure, what the fuck?
Yeah. Luffy and Karu chase after 3 and girl because I forgot her name, Miss Honeyweed,
Golden Week.
Buckwheat.
Golden Week.
Miss
Oh,
Buckwheat.
fuck. I lost my place in my notes.
Then there's like there's just a forest of Mr. Threes. There's a
There
bunch of wax
is.
statue, and he's like, "You'll have to figure out which one is me. You'll never guess which one is me." And Luffy just kicks Pug like aimless stares into the middle distance, and then just kicks and just nails him in the face,
He's
knocking
like,
him
how
out.
did you know? And Luffy just goes, instinct. And then Karu beats the fuck out of a little
murders
girl.
a child. And Sanji wanders around, finds the wax house, has tea, and finds the Snailio transmitter that Mr. Zero calls.
The transponder's name? Mr. Zero, which at this point I was like, his name's Mr. Zero. Is this also Crocodile?
I think-
but then it is. They
Then you-
reference it later.
Yeah, it is 100% when you see the giant crocodile in the
Yeah.
background.
Well, I was then wondering, I was like, is the crocodile like crocodile? And then Mr. Zero is Mr. Zero because the Unluckies are literally a fucking buzzard and an otter. Which we can get into the next episode, episode
Yeah.
77.
I forgot to give this one a title, so I'm going to call it episode 77, the 77th episode of One Piece, where Sanji snaps the neck of a bird. Background MVP, dead bird.
Dead bird. Brogy's tears are making a rainbow. That's very exciting. Then Dory wakes up. It's great. Sanji's a real detective here. You're making snack noises. I can barely hear it. If you had the microphone
that's what
on
it
it and you went, then we could definitely hear it.
It's just static.
Are
It's
you
fine.
eating a Star Crunch?
It's a cosmic brownie.
Oh, it's a cosmic brownie. Fuck.
The brownie
I love Little Debbie things.
As long as you don't love Little Debbie.
I ate a whole. I don't love Little Debbie, but I do love her snacks.
Mhm.
I ate an entire box of unicorn horns, which are basically just like zebra cakes, but thin rectangles instead. And I'm.
We got that on Sunday night.
Yeah, I had 5 yesterday.
I'm 100%
I
gonna
was
impulse.
home.
I'm 100% gonna impulse buy some oatmeal pies.
yeah.
You ever double stack those fuckers?
Oh fuck! Hey everybody, what's your favorite Little Debbie snack? Because
Write
mine's zebra cakes and all the zebra cake adjacent fucking cake cream things. Oh,
I'm a little oatmeal boy.
oatmeal boy over here, a little cookie pie over here. Yum yum yum. Anyway,
See, the thing is, Dory
77.
didn't die because the weapons were so dulled from their duels and all the little Debbies they were smashing on.
Oh.
Not little Debbie herself, but the food.
It's true. Sanji's being a real detective though over in the hangout spot.
Kinda.
He's being a detective talking with Mr. Zero on the transponder snail. We learn that there's an eternal pose set for Alabasta that was brought by the Unluckies, or being
Yeah.
brought by the Unluckies. And then the Unluckies are there.
Yeah, Sanji. I wrote Sanji convinces Crocodile Dundee that the Straw Hats are dead. The next note: the Unluckies show up mid-conversation, and Sanji literally snaps one of their necks.
He fucking smashes the little otter into the wall.
Yep.
And then he uses his legs and just snaps the fucking neck.
Like what the fuck?
Like a very like not even like it's not even like they fucking cut away or anything. They just watch him put both his legs on this fucking bird's neck and just crack.
Like, you know, in like fighting games, how there's always one female character who does a grab where she puts her thighs around somebody's head and just snaps. Sanji does that. Sanji's the one. Sanji's the sexy lady in this show. Who's,
Cammy?
Yep, Cammy.
Cammy.
Cammy is one.
Cammy.
Half the Dead or Alive cast.
Yeah. Anyway, he does that, and then he immediately jumps back on the transponder snail, and Crocodile Mr. Zero's like,
Doesn't even do a voice.
"What was that?" And he's like, "It was nothing. It was nothing. I was taking care of that Straw Hat guy." And he's like, "Did you just lie to me before? And tell me he was dead already?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess you could say it was a lie, but like he's definitely dead now."
And then that doesn't go anywhere because Crocodile Man's just like, okay,
Okay, sounds good.
great.
Crocodile.
What's up, Mr. All Wednesday?
And then we have and then he talks to Miss
Miss
All Sunday.
All Sunday, all every day.
Miss All Sunday.
Did Raditz name these women?
I hope not.
Double Sunday.
Double Sunday. We cut back. Giant weapons were dull. They're happy to see each other.
Are you a little pissed that Raditz never gets to like come back and just be a fun uncle? I bet Raditz would have gotten chill as fuck.
Maybe. I don't really care that much.
You don't care about Raditz?
He was a piece of shit.
They're all Vegeta was the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, but then he came around. He
You
became
don't
a
think the
dad.
rest of them would have?
No, I don't think they would.
Raditz has those good. He's got them Kakarot genes. His dad
But,
was a
like-
good dude.
But like Vegeta was always just jealous. Always jealous.
Yeah.
Because he knew he wasn't.
Nappa was just mad that he went totally bald and he lost his little
Yeah.
up top there.
And
That's
then
the sound that hair makes.
I don't think Raditz would have been, because I feel like they were all too
I know
indoctrinated.
they come back when they escape from hell and the Great Saiyaman beats the shit out of all of them.
Yeah. This is really great One Piece content.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about how fucking Dory and
Oh,
Brogy,
You know,
their weapons were dull.
and Luffy finds some rice cakes.
They do. Crocodile sends Miss All Sunday to send Mr. 2 to kill Mr. 3. Sanji shows up to everyone and he's like, "What's up, everybody? Nami! Wired, you must be cold."
Again, I'm going to give some credit to One Piece here. He's like, that outfit looks pretty good on you, Nami. And she's like, why, Ayada? And he's like, but you should put on this jacket because you're basically nude. It's like, oh, okay. We didn't do a bloody nose. We didn't do a whole like awooga thing.
There was a bit of an awooga.
He
like, oh. I mean, you did not hear the sound awooga.
Yeah.
There was definitely...
There was no bloody noses, right?
There was no
I have
bloody
not seen
noses.
a single bloody nose in this show yet, I don't think.
Is One Piece a bloody nose a bloody nose thing?
Or is it an
Do they
awooga
bloody
eyes
nose?
pop out of the skull?
I'm gonna say it's both. I specifically know it's a bloody nose show because there is
bloody
a point later on in the series that Sanji gets a bloody nose and it literally almost kills him.
Kills him.
It-
Kills
like, it's-
everyone.
It's about to happen and Chopper's like, we can't let this happen. He's too fragile. He's gonna die.
We're gonna talk about Chopper in a moment.
Oh, okay.
That's what I have to say about that. Anyway, it's fine. Sanji
like
shows up. He's
Group
like,
hijinks.
exposition, dump on Sanji. Also, I have this Alabasta Eternal log, and everyone's like,
the log
whoa.
post, you guys.
Everyone's like, wow, all right, cool, let's get out
I
of here.
found this TomTom GPS that's programmed to Alabasta.
It's got Mr. T's voice in it.
He calls you a pitiable fool.
Yes. Sanji and Zoro still comparing their meat sizes. Dory and Brogy go to help the Straw Hats set off on their voyage, so they say, sail straight, no matter what. And they
Yeah,
stand
I
at
like.
the edge of
They're
the
like,
island.
we're not gonna tell you there's a big goldfish that's gonna fuck you up, but we're just go straight. We'll
They're
get
like,
it.
just sail into it. It's fine. We'll kill it.
fucking blow a hole through it.
And a giant goldfish like the ones that Usopp was telling Kaya about
He
at the
knew.
big fish poop island. Fish poop islands.
You're talking about your fupa?
I'm talking about Fupa Friday. Fupa Friday. Fupa Saturday.
Is that fupa? Is that the
Fupa
little
Sunday.
like fat pouch above your genitals?
Yeah, Fupa.
Fupa.
Yeah, it's Fupa.
The fupa fruit.
Fupa was a big thing when I was in high school.
fun to say.
Fupa Friday was always like the day. We'd be like,
Is that
hey,
like a Fat Fuck Friday thing?
no, it's just, well, Fat Fuck Friday is like a real thing that Historian and I do where we eat a bunch of bullshit food on Fridays. Fat Fuck Friday.
Sounds like you did it on Sunday.
No, Fupa Friday was just like, it was like, today is Fupa Friday. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. It's Fupa Friday. And then there was Fupa Saturday, and then Sunday, it was Fupa Sunday, the day of rest.
Hey guys, this is a One Piece podcast.
It is. When we did when we did like there was like Spirit Week or whatever for school.
You had Fupa
A
Friday.
faction of people they had some other bullshit for Friday, but a faction of people did Fupa Friday, so everyone like stuffed their pants so there was like a fupa, and then I distinctly remember this one guy, he put like a Bluetooth speaker in his pants, and so he was like playing music from his fupa and like walking through the hallway. It was the best. Fupa Friday, what a day.
Bringing it back.
Nostalgia.
Bringing it back.
I haven't thought about Fupa Friday in at least a decade.
It's a good thing you didn't say any of the words you were trying to say before, so you accidentally said Fupa.
Fupa, giant goldfish, like the ones Usopp stories about Fish Poop Islands, Kaya, all that stuff. They set sail straight through the goldfish's mouth. Dory and Brogy smash a hole.
Yeah, with their forces combined, they are able to kill a fish.
Boom.
Bum, bum.
That's it.
There's some stuff with Miss All Sunday being told to send Mr. 2 to kill Mr. 3.
I said that.
Did you say that?
earlier.
I wasn't listening.
Hell yeah.
What were you going to say about Dr. Anthony Chopper?
Um,
MD?
So,
Do you remember
we
when
have finished-
Dr. Anthony Chopper got drafted into the Korean War, and he had still that he would make gin with, and him and his buddy Dr. BJ Honeycutt would get in all sorts of antics and just fuck with Dr. Pierce?
do you remember when nurse
Not Dr. Pierce. What's-
Cleopatra
Fuck that up.
motorcycle?
what?
Do you remember when Dr. Anthony Chopper was in World War II, and
Yeah.
his younger brother and his older brother both got killed in line of duty? So then Tom Hanks and Vin Diesel and a bunch of people had to come find Dr. Anthony Chopper and bring him home so his mother would not feel so much unsettled unrest from the loss of all three of her children.
Do you remember when Dr. Anthony Chopper was in a prominent place of power in Nazi-controlled Germany? So he used his status to
You have to finish it.
use his status to help the subjugated Jewish people of Nazi Germany escape from prosecution.
Do you remember? Do you remember when Dr. Anthony Chopper was working for the FBI? And he was working at a garage fixing up cars, and then he ended up befriending Vin Diesel and all of his race car buddies, and then infiltrated underground street racing ring to try to find a bunch of people who were stealing DVD players and VCRs from 18-wheeler trucks on the highway. And then it turns out that Anthony Chopper found them all along. It was Vin Diesel and his buddies stealing the VCRs and DVDs, but then he let them go because he had found true family.
Do you remember when after that Dr. Anthony Chopper was called by the FBI as an FBI agent to the small town of Twin Peaks after the after the murder of Laura Palmer? And he met with the local sheriff there and discovered that Laura Palmer was killed by her own father, who was possessed by an evil spirit.
Do you remember when Dr. Anthony Chopper was a really, really talented drummer in a jazz band? And J.K. Simmons was his band director and really abused Dr. Anthony Chopper so much, but it was only to bring out his true musical ability, to the point where he tried to embarrass him in front of an entire professional band of jazz musicians. But then Anthony Chopper played a drum solo for about 15 minutes that blew J.K. Simmons' mind and the rest of the jazz combo to the point where J.K. Simmons changed his opinion in that moment and was like, yes, let's keep going on Anthony Chopper. And then they finished it together, and signs of true respect were had by all.
Do you remember the time Dr. Anthony Chopper was on a field trip and he got bit by a radioactive spider?
You think people are still listening?
And he got into the ring with Bonesaw, and then his uncle died. And J.K. Simmons was still angry at him because he was Spider-Man. And then he defeated Luffy's dad, the Green Goblin, by getting the Green Goblin to stab himself. with
I
the goblin.
don't remember that one.
Oh, you don't remember this?
Anyway, I was saying, I feel like we've known Dr. Anthony Chopper was coming for a very long time, and I'm very excited for this next arc.
We already know so much about him.
We know so much about him. We've know all the lore. Everyone else
I have
knows
a lot of pictures
all the
to
lore.
draw. Is it offensive to Tony Chopper as Oscar Schindler? I think it is. I think it's in poor taste.
I think it's funny if you drew Dr. Tony Chopper as Private Ryan from Saving Private Ryan.
I think that is very funny. And Paul Walker from
Fast and Furious, or as
Spider Chopper,
Spider Chopper,
drummer,
or Miles Teller from Whiplash. That's pretty good. What a great bit. Everyone, did you like that 15-minute bit we just did? Anyway, I feel like we've known for a really long time that Tony Chopper is coming. And he's coming in the next arc.
Tony is coming.
Tony is coming.
Do you remember that time that Dr. Anthony Chopper was floating through space with Nebula, waiting to get back home, and he did eventually return home to face the mighty Thanos,
Oh.
and he died tragically using the Infinity Gauntlet to snap his fingers and wish for Thanos to be dead.
I do. Yeah. Do you remember when Dr. Anthony Chopper was captaining a spaceship to try to find a new habitable planet for the people of Earth? And then there was an issue with redocking his spaceship and the main.
So I don't
station.
have a screenshot for you guys to guess this episode, but I do have a trivia question.
And then he ended up meeting a bunch of fifth dimensional beings and then communicating with his daughter through a bookcase.
Was that before or after Dr. Anthony Chopper was stationed in Antarctica in a research base, and a dog arrived at the research base, and they didn't realize until it was too late that the dog was actually an alien creature that could assimilate the cells of other beings and totally take their form?
That was definitely the last one.
That was the last one?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the last one. Trivia.
Yeah, so the website that I have been using for screenshots is having a little bit of a fit.
Okay.
So I have its multiple choice for you guys.
Okay.
Um,
Hope
which-
people like that bit.
It'll come back.
Unfortunately, it's going to continue. Which character of the four I'm about to list has not been direct inspiration for the design of another One Piece character? Your options are Dr. Frankenfurter, Gene Simmons, Michael Jackson, and Slim Shady himself, Eminem.
Michael Jackson. No.
Yeah, come on.
No.
We've
No.
had a character moonwalk. He's
We
a
have.
little bit Steven
No.
Tyler,
No.
but
Ignore what I just said.
Yeah.
Can you say the four names again?
Dr. Frankenfurter, so Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter, Gene Simmons, Michael Jackson, and Eminem.
I feel like
For me, it's between Eminem and Frankenfurter.
now is it like just a general design? Because I know that Usopp in that new movie looks like a
He
member
looks
of Kiss.
exactly like Gene Simmons.
Or
in
is
that
it just like
picture.
an entire character is based on?
Mostly designed, but semi based on.
I'm gonna say Gene Simmons.
Really? I'm going to say I want Eminem to be a thing, so I'm going to say Frankenfurter.
Mike, you are actually correct in this one.
No
That's bullshit.
shit.
That's bullshit.
In One Piece film Red, Usopp is wearing like a rocker outfit that is 1-for-1 Gene Simmons, but that is not its own individual character. He's in an outfit. There
what
are
a
full
bunch of
characters
bullshit.
that are based on Tim Curry as Dr.
is very
Frankenfurter,
good.
Michael Jackson, and Eminem.
Well, Django is Michael Jackson.
Yeah, is Django Michael Jackson?
Django's definitely Michael Jackson.
He also looks like Steven Tyler.
No, Django is not Michael Jackson.
that doesn't. He
But he
fucking
moonwalks.
like the whole time.
But you are going to see another character later on and be like, oh.
That's interesting.
We're gonna see a character later on and be like, oh, there's the real Slim Shady.
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be great. I just want to say, hey everyone out there, we really appreciate you following along with the bits,
Especially if you're still here after that.
after that whole Tony Chopper bit. We've known Tony Chopper has been coming for quite a while. And we're very excited that he's going to be coming in the next arc. We are having a discussion earlier.
Is he?
He's the next arc is
the next
literally
arc?
Tony Chopper.
Oh my God.
I literally saw like the next episode started and I like stopped it and then it was literally like I saw the name Chopper and I was like, well, there it fucking is.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet a new crew member because it's been a little while since we got a new crew member.
Vivi feels like a crew member.
Vivi
I don't
feels
think
like a
she
crew member,
is
but she's
one.
definitely not because
Yeah.
she's just on her way back to Alabasta. Crocus could have been a member. Laboon could have been a member.
I did see.
Yes.
I got spoiled on some stuff.
I was just going to preface, it's very hard for us to avoid spoilers.
It's gonna happen.
I mean,
Because sometimes you're
literally-
watching YouTube and it's like, One Piece Odyssey, the crew returns to Alabasta, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, and you're like, Vivi's there, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
It's like, and Crumbo, the Snake Guardian, and you're like, okay, and Jesus Christ,
Yeah, and like I feel like we have known. I mean, we got that big spoiler during the episode 2 weeks ago where we learned about Monkey D. Garp, which
Monkey D.
we
Garp.
don't know if it's Luffy's dad.
Yeah,
I think he's
Uncle,
related to Luffy somehow.
sister,
Sister,
son,
godfather.
Monkey D. Garp, son of Luffy.
Monkey D. Garp, you come to me today, the day of Luffy's quinceañera. He's like 16, right? That's fine.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Anyway, is quinceañera? That's 15. Whatever. Anyway, we're not trying to find spoilers.
It's just gonna happen.
It's just gonna happen, and Tony Chopper is definitely a spoiler that has been around for a while.
It's hard to not see this little man.
Yeah, we've seen this little reindeer man, and we're so excited
I've
to
already
meet him.
seen Tony Chopper toys I want to get.
Yeah,
There's
hell
a
yeah.
bunch of little Tony Choppers in different vehicles.
Oh,
One of them's like a little
be the
Tony
best.
Chopper and a little Tony Chopper tank.
I want to like predict. I want to predict like what kind of member of the crew is Tony Chopper.
He seems like he's gonna be like
Is he like an Usopp kind of dumb idiot? Is he a capable member of the crew? Like where in like the like in the line of like
He's gotta be,
capable
like-
human being is he?
I bet he's gonna be surprisingly capable, but very like innocent, right? Like
Sure. But like so like who would we
I bet
say
he's
is
very Christian.
so like who's like friend?
What?
Like he like religious?
Yeah, I think he's like a little Christian boy, and he's always carrying around a little Bible.
Okay. Interesting. I like ranking who's the most capable. Oh, this is hard though, because there's like dumb idiot members of the crew who are very capable.
Are we marking it? Because there's fight capability,
Yeah.
and then there's like actual functional human who I would want.
How about like most common sense?
There's like a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
There's like Batman capable,
Yeah.
but I do not want to be in the same room as Batman.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a conversation with Batman.
Yeah. Like
Like
Luffy's like Batman capable.
I might hang out with Luffy though.
Yeah.
Zoro's
Batman. Capable.
Zoro would be an awful person to just like try to have a good time with.
Yeah, you just had to drink with him. That's the
He'd
only thing you
like
could
get
do.
yeah, he'd get drunk and then talk about that time that girl he liked tripped down some stairs, and you're like, dude.
That's fair. So Zoro's at the bottom of like common sense.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Not common sense, but like
functional human.
functional humans.
Yeah.
I know that Tony Chopper's a reindeer, so he's not a human, but like functional being. Zoro's at the bottom, and then probably Luffy. It's probably Zoro, Luffy, Sanji.
Yeah. Usopp, Nami, Tony Chopper's the most functional human.
I would probably switch Usopp and Sanji. So I would go Zoro, Luffy, Usopp, Sanji.
If there's
Nami,
no women around, Sanji's a very functional person.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I would put him I would put him between Usopp, because Usopp's just like
He is a
there.
line cook.
Yeah,
Does that drop points?
no,
Okay.
I don't think so. He's a
He's all right.
chef. He's a chef. He's the best chef out of all of them.
Okay.
He's the best chef.
I s-
He's not a line cook.
You got to be a broken person to work in the food industry, right?
I mean, we've all done it. Or I've
It's true.
done it.
I worked at a restaurant for 2 weeks, and after from the day they opened to the day they shut themselves down,
Nice.
because if they didn't, then they would get shut down because of health code violations.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So yeah, Zoro, Luffy, Usopp, Sanji, Nami. We're saying Chopper is more capable of being than Nami.
Yeah.
So far, that's our prediction. That's my prediction.
We'll see how much he wants to steal.
Is he a stealer?
Nami is the most criminal of all of them.
It's true. She literally was about to die, and she's talking about like, I want to get my berries.
Yeah.
Like that happened in this arc. Anyway, so that was our trivia / what's happening on One Piece. Okay, so there's no guess what's happening on One Piece. However, we got an email this week. We got ourselves transponder snail. Is that what it is? Did we do it?
I'm gonna be nitpicky. See, you're just doing it continually. There is like a break. It's like ringing in phones. It's bada 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 bada.
That sounds like
Ba-da-ba-da.
that sounds like when you go underground in Super Mario Brothers. Bada bada bada
a little bit, honestly. Yeah.
bada 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 bada
I'm
bada
gonna sing the whole lava theme now.
bada. Do you remember when Tony
I
Chopper?
find Anya Taylor-Joy's voice coming out of Peach so much more upsetting than Chris Pratt's voice coming out of Mario.
Oh, here we come. Anyway, we got ourselves a message in a bottle.
Put
We
it
got a
out there.
transponder snail message from none other than KC.
Oh, what does it say?
A couple of things. It's from about 3 weeks ago, so it's been a little while.
Okay, so put on your 3 weeks ago hat.
Did you know that Zoro's chest size is 110 centimeters, aka 44 inches? Oda has definitely confirmed this.
That is the fact. Zoro has only. Yeah, he is second as far as titty size in the One Piece universe.
Can I say something?
Pre or post time jump skip?
I think this was confirmed post time.
Okay,
Can
so
I-
he's got smaller titties now,
He's
probably.
gonna get some though.
Can I confirm something though? That is my chest size.
Why do you?
I'm a big boy.
Matt's got tits as big as Zoro.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what my boobs are.
Well, it's like it's all the way around.
Yeah.
It's their whole chest.
Do you have measuring tape?
Somewhere in this house, yeah.
I know exactly where it is if you go in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
And it's the trap door. You have to open the fridge to pull that drawer all the way out. There should be a pink fabric measuring tape in there. We're about to get in real time Mike's tit size.
So while Mike is going to measure his tit size, ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop-bop. Did you find it? Bop, bop, bop. There it is. Do you need help? Ba-da.
Measured my breasts before, Matt.
You've never. Do you need help?
One time I went to a men's warehouse and the guy measuring me said I had weird hips.
Like they were like
That
low or
haunts you
something?
To this day.
Like they were low or something? Or
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, what do you got?
41.
41. Yeah, that's not that bad. It's because
42.
42. Nice.
I guess
Because you breathed. You breathed. Yeah, 42. That's not that bad.
If I really puff out my boobies.
You're like, yeah, I got fucking, yeah. Yeah, you got it's not that big, but like it's definitely depicted in.
So how small are their torsos?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like he's very small because he's from Japan. So I'm not trying to make stereotypical remarks about Japanese people, but I'm 6'2", and I don't know how big Japanese people normally are.
Yeah, it's hard. Do we know how tall any of the Straw Hats are?
It should be listed online.
Zorro,
I mean, because there's some
Height.
big people.
height and weight.
Who's the most well-endowed Straw Hat?
Maybe Zorro. Maybe Oda has told us. Okay. So Zorro is
That's probably Sanji.
5'10" tall at the beginning of the series, and after time skip,
We've addressed that, yeah.
Yeah,
he's 5'11".
he grows a whole inch.
Goes a whole inch.
Even
Proud
though
of him.
He's like a fully grown adult in the beginning. Interesting. So I'm the same height as Zorro.
Okay. So yeah, if you just got like 2 inches bigger on the chest, you'd be Zorro.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Working on it.
He's got those big shoulders.
Hitting that gym. I'm not doing the fucking squat. Like,
Squat butt stuff.
I've seen a gif of him where he's squatted down and he's got a dumbbell and he's just
Yeah.
lifting it up like
Hell yeah.
with just his arms, and it's like a comical amount of weight. Not doing that shit.
Anyway, also additionally, Zumbinis didn't have a crime underbelly, but they do have to leave their home due to gentrification. So
That was in the email?
that's in the, there's more to the email too, but that was one of the because we were talking about Zumbinis for
Yeah.
a bit. Yeah. Also, hot take, but KC thinks that Zorro should be the one human while everyone else is a Muppet because he absolutely would lose his mind,
Oh, that would be good.
which I would have to agree with.
Yeah. I think
that's
is
good. I think so. Then, Luffy would be Kermit then, right? Right?
And Kermit's a tough one because he could also just be like Gold Roger.
That's true. It would be funny if like Fozzie Bear was Luffy and he's like ah waka waka gum gum.
Yeah.
This is going to be an ongoing living list of Muppets moving forward. But anyway, this is getting close to again one of our longest episodes ever. We're at an hour and 42 minutes.
Oh my God. All right. Follow us at Fun Piece Podcast on Twitter while we still have no morals and are on there.
Yeah, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're constantly posting the audio on there, and we're in a few weeks. We've already talked about this. The first episode of the new year, we're gonna do a video podcast where it's gonna be a cooking video where Mike and I are gonna dress up and we're gonna cook something from the One Piece cookbook.
Yeah. Look out for a poll on Twitter asking which character duo we should dress up as.
Yes,
You will decide, and we will.
Have you told the people what episodes you're watching for the next?
not yet. No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We have to do that as well. Should we? So this is what this is what I'm thinking. Should this week we do what characters we should dress up as the poll, and then next week we could do what should we cook?
Oh, interesting. We're going to try to pull it from this Sanji cookbook that came out recently that I
Yes.
found at the back of a Spencer's Gifts
Hell yeah.
next to the sex toys.
It's the perfect place.
They keep the manga next to the sex toys.
And then what was the
Spencer's
thing
Gifts.
we're gonna do while we're on there, while we're cooking? Is people are gonna ask us, or you're gonna ask us trivia. Sorian's gonna ask us trivia while we're cooking, and then if we do a bad job, we have to do drinks. So
We'll get
It'll
like a
be-
lot of sake or
it'll
something.
it'll be a good time for all to watch. Anyway, so our next episode of the podcast will be coming out a week from now.
Yeah, where we're going to watch episodes 78 through 84, if I did the math right.
78, 84. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, because the next arc is about 14 episodes.
Yep.
And we're going to watch that in half chunks,
Yeah. So seven this coming week, and then 7 the week after.
by which we mean Matt is going to watch all 7 episodes next
Tuesday.
week, right before he records the podcast.
I'm still watching them. It's not like I'm not watching them. It helps me with like being able to talk about it.
I do it too.
Yeah, it's fine. We're still doing it. We're doing it with you all.
Oh my God,
Damn.
Matt! Look, there's a bunch of magical teenagers with assorted powers, all with.
What?
One of them's got swords. One of them's got muscular feet. One of them's got a stretchy limb. Oh, what's that music that's playing with it? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, there's more to it. Whoa, one of them's got a knife.
This isn't it. I did that job, everyone. Bye. We did it.
I don't have anything funny to say.
I made it bad at the end. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Do you remember that time that Dr. Anthony Chopper